All right, anybody else with the quiz out? Now's the time. Bring it up. Staple it in. Okay. David, when the bell rings, if you wouldn't mind bringing the papers and the stapler to me, I would really appreciate it on your way out. Okay, the rest of you cool kids, you're in your notes. We're not going to cover a lot. Here's my goal, and I can show it to you real fast. My goal is to talk about this page, do a few examples. This page you don't need to write down, and then get here. If we can get here, you guys will be ready to go for tomorrow in starting to solve. So tomorrow there's going to be examples of this section. We're not doing examples today. Examples are tomorrow in the video from last year. But let me at least give you, this first page talks about how to read the directions for section 5.3. And if you don't know how to read the directions, we're going to be a little bit stuck, okay? So section 5.3, long story short, we take our skills from section 5.2 and section 5.1 and apply them to solving trig equations. And more specifically, let me show you an example of a trig equation like this one. Except in order to solve trig equations, we might have to use some of our transforming skills, which we've been working on 5.1 and 5.2. In order to make it possible, we might have to use them. So here we go. There are 3 different types of directions that you might see. All right? If you're solving with trig inverse, I want you guys to write the following. There's going to be only one answer. There's going to be only one answer. If we're solving for all angles within, let me just give you an example of maybe 0 to 2 pi. That's pretty common. Actually, usually in the book, they make that 2 pi open because it's back to the beginning at 0 again. So usually that's open. You're going to be solving for as many fit. So it could be multiple answers. The first one, one answer alone. The second one, as many fit. And then all angles, just all, no restriction like up above here with 0 to 2 pi. You're going to be solving for infinitely many. But you're going to use a formula with n. You could be doing plus 2 pi n, you could be doing plus pi n, but you're going to use n to signify, like we did with coterminal angles, the infinitely many solutions. Let me show you what I mean. If we have sine of x equals 1/2, one way to solve this equation over here, we're going to do the example 3 different ways to show you what these directions mean. If we're using sine inverse, then we're going to take sine inverse of both sides. In any of these kiddos, we're going to have to go to our unit circle. But we're going to get x is equal to sine inverse of x. Now, in our unit circle, if we think there, sine inverse, sorry, not of x, what is it? Of 1/2, right? I magically changed that somehow. In the unit circle, there is only one legal place. Remember, sine goes between pi over 2 and negative pi over 2. There's only one place where sine equals positive 1/2 in those two quadrants only, and that would be at pi over 6. Some of you guys might need to study your unit circle. I'm going to remind you, well, actually, let me just remind you now. Over the weekend, study your unit circle. You're going to need to use it in section 5.3 quite a bit. We're continuing on it tomorrow. On Tuesday, hopefully when I'm back, I'll be with you to finish this section homework due on Wednesday. Now, in the next one, when it says solve for all angles within, what changes is they tell us, no, don't worry about sine inverse restrictions. Look here. And we say, where? Okay, look all the way around in 0 to 2 pi. So we think about the same thing of sine inverse of 1/2 as we saw up above. But our question is, when is sine equal to 1/2 if we go around the unit circle from 0 to 2 pi? Yes, at pi over 6, but also at 5 pi over 6. And we don't do any more because we're only going around the unit circle once, as 0 to 2 pi shows. Hold on, give me 1 second. For all angles, what changes is we say, yeah, take those two. However, say, by the way, all their coterminals also. Kiddos, don't worry about the 2 pages that we didn't get to. This was the key to get to tomorrow. Then you're going to see in the video tomorrow examples. Help the sub out. David, if I can get those piles, that'd be great. And Cameron, you got your note. Perfect. Bye, cool kids. Happy Thursday, almost Friday.